Dear students, let's start second part of the chapter Judiciary. Today's topic is what is the structure of courts in India? What is the structure? Like this: lower, higher, and supreme means highest. At highest level, this is Supreme Court, higher level, High Court, and lower level, it is District Court or Subordinate Court or at Tehsil level. So, this is the structure of courts in India. So, there are three different levels of courts in our country. There are several courts at the lower level, while there is only one at the apex level. This is Supreme Court. The courts that most people interact with are what are called subordinate or district courts, about which we discussed at the district or tehsil level. Or in towns, they hear many kinds of cases. Each state is divided into districts, that are presided over by district judge or district magistrate. Each state has high court, which is the highest court of that state. For example, in Haryana, this is situated in Chandigarh, Punjab and Haryana court, because for Punjab and Haryana, for both the state, there is only one high court. At the top is the Supreme Court, that is located in New Delhi and is presided over by Chief Justice of India. Who is the Chief Justice of India? S.A. Bobde, Sudhir Arvind Bobde. He is the Chief Justice of India and he is 47th Chief Justice of India. Who was the first Chief Justice of India? Listen very carefully. Justice Hira Lal J. Kania. Hira Lal J. Kania was the first Chief Justice of India. The decisions made by Supreme Court are binding on all other courts in India. So in this way, judiciary system is the single system in India. It is integrated system, also known as integrated judicial system. Because if the decision is given by the lower court, can be appealed in high court. The decision of high court can be appealed or challenged in the Supreme Court. So in this way, Supreme Court is the supreme in India, and in this way it is called integrated judicial system of the country. The structure of the courts from the lower to highest level is such that it resembles a pyramid. Having read the description above, can you fill out which type of courts would exist at what level in the following diagram? In this diagram, you have to fill where Supreme Court, where High Court or where lower court. You have to fill yourself, right? In the next video, we'll discuss again. High courts were first established in three presidency cities. You have to remember Calcutta, Bombay and Madras in 1862. So when were high courts of Calcutta, Bombay and Madras set up? In 1862. The High Court of Delhi came up in 1966. Currently there are 25 high courts in India. While many states have their own high courts, Punjab and Haryana share a common high court at Chandigarh. And 4 northeastern states, Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh, have a common high court at Guwahati, that is also known as Guwahati High Court. Andhra Pradesh, Amravati and Telangana, Hyderabad have separate high courts from 1st January 2019. Some high courts have benches in other parts of the state for greater accessibility. High Court of Madras, you can see in this picture, it was set up in 1862, right? So are these different levels of courts connected to each other? Yes, definitely they are connected to each other. So in this way, we have discussed before a short while that Indian judiciary system is called integrated judicial system. In India, we have an integrated judicial system, meaning that the decisions made by higher courts are binding on the lower courts. It means the decision of Supreme Court is compulsory for high courts and lower courts. The decision of high court is compulsory for the lower courts. So it is the integration of the judicial system. This means that a person can appeal to a higher court if they believe that the judgment passed by the lower court is not just. For example, I told you that if you are not satisfied with the decision of lower court, you can go to high court. If you are not satisfied with the decision of high court, you can go to the Supreme Court. So the people go to the higher court, that is called appeal. Let's understand what we mean by appellate system. Appellate system by tracking a case, state, Delhi administration versus Lakshman Kumar and others, 1985 case. It was from the lower courts to the Supreme Court. So let's discuss about it. In February 1980, Lakshman Kumar married 20-year-old Sudha Goyal. They lived in a flat in Delhi with Lakshman's brother and their families. On 2nd December, what happened in 1980, Sudha died in hospital due to burns. Her family filed a case in court. When this case was heard in the trial court, 4 of our neighbors were called in as witnesses. They stated that on the night of December 1, they had heard Sudha scream and had forced their way into Lakshman's flat. There they saw Sudha standing with her sari in flames. They extinguished the fire by wrapping Sudha in a gunny bag and a blanket. Sudha told them that her mother-in-law Shakuntala had poured kerosene oil on her and that her husband Lakshman had light for the fire. During the trial, members of Sudha's family and a neighbor stated that Sudha had been subjected to torture by her in-laws and that they were demanding more cash, scooter and fridge on the birth of the first child. It means this is a case kind of dowry system. As part of their defense, Lakshman and his mother stated that Sudha's sari had accidentally caught fire while she was heating milk. It means they told the court that they did not do so, whatever they are blamed for. On the basis of this and other evidence, the trial court convicted Lakshman and his mother Shakuntala and his brother-in-law Subhas Chandra and sentenced all 3 of them to death. Clear? What happened after that? In November 1983, after getting the punishment of declaration of sentence to death, in November 1983, the 3 accused went to High Court to appeal against this verdict of the trial court. The High Court, after hearing the arguments of all the lawyers, decided that Sudha had died due to an accidental fire caused by the kerosene stove. Lakshman, Shakuntala, Subhas Chandra were acquitted. It means they were left. You may remember the photo essay on the women's movement in your class 7 book. You read about how in 1980s women's groups across the country spoke out against dowry deaths. They protested against the failure of courts to bring these cases to justice. So this was like this. Such kind of cases. The above High Court judgment deeply troubled women and they held demonstrations and filed a separate appeal against this High Court decision in the Supreme Court. Means you are understanding? In the lower court, the Shakuntala and her family were given with a sentence to death. In High Court, they were released, and in Supreme Court, the appeal was there. The Indian Federation of Women Lawyers. In 1985, the Supreme Court heard this appeal against the acquittal of Lakshman and 2 members of his family. The Supreme Court heard the arguments of the lawyers and reached a decision that was different from that of the High Court. It means this time again the decision was changed in Supreme Court given by High Court. They found Lakshman and his mother guilty but acquitted the brother-in-law Subhas. because they did not have enough evidence against him. So brother-in-law Subhas was left, but Lakshman and his mother again found guilty. The Supreme Court decided to send the accused to prison for life, and now they were provided with the sentence or imprisonment of for life. So in this way we discussed about the case, how the decision is of lower court is appealed in the high court. It is again face the hearing, again the people get witnesses, lawyers do the debates in the courts, judges hear the cases, and after that again they give the verdict, right? Same or they change it. The subordinate court is more commonly known by many different names. These include the trial court or the court of the district judge. Trial court, the court of the district judge, the additional sessions judge, chief judicial magistrate, metropolitan magistrate, or civil judge. These are different names of the subordinate court. So dear students, we have completed this topic in this video. You can see the photo district courts complex in Namchi, South Sikkim. This photo. So in the next video we'll discuss about what are the different branches of legal system and other rest of the topic of this chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.